Welcome back to the Bliss of the Abyss, your cure for the COVID blues. This week on the show we have Carpet Martin, the very rare breed of mongoose that he is. This week's show is incredibly silly. This is just one for the giggles, for the laughs, for the fun times. So don't expect anything too serious, but we do talk about the dark web and catfishing and the mortgage crisis of 2008. So, you know, it's not complete irreverent bollocks, but a lot of it is. And why shouldn't it be, eh? That's what I ask you. So, if that's not your kind of thing, why are you listening to this podcast? But if it is your kind of thing, then listen on as I present to you my friend, Carpet Martin. Okay. Yeah. So go on, what you say? What did you find out the other day?
The other day I googled myself because I'm a narcissist. And he said that Google's got to be confused with somebody else.
Oh yeah?
So it's got me.
Oh, this is good.
But apparently...
Are you at least top of your own search results?
Well,
Ooh.
yes and no now.
Ooh, okay.
So yes, I am.
Yeah.
However, they think I'm an aristocratic Viscount.
Well, you are.
They also think I'm 30, which is a lovely problem to have.
Lovely. So who's Viscount Carpet?
I don't know, some...
Oh my God.
Yeah. But apparently his grandfather, or his great-grandfather, was the Irish Prime Minister for a while.
No way.
Yeah. So I come from stock.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, see, if I ever Google Ruskin Denmark,
Yeah.
then this is such a weird happenstance. Denmark Hill is over there.
Oh, yeah.
And Ruskin Park is on it.
Right.
I've been using that name for a decade. I've only lived in Brixton for 5 years.
Yeah.
How did I manage to move to an area that has Ruskin Park on Denmark? What is going on with that?
But you're a face.
But I'm a face.
Your face is your passport.
That's right.
That's it. You can walk into any squat in Denmark Hill and they know who you are.
I'm the park, you know? No, but the reason I bring it up is because I got an email the other day from some random being like, I've looked at some of your pieces. I really like the work. Can I buy one of your NFTs for $3,000, $5,000?
Wow. Hang on, are people actually buying NFTs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You know, okay, I'm not sure if this is the most expensive one, but this is one I always remember. $350 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Dorsey. Guess what he sold?
I don't know.
It's an NFT.
A fingernail. I don't know. Well,
That's not an NFT.
why?
That's a real thing.
Oh. Yeah, but I thought they were linked to real things.
They kind of are linked to real things, but the actual thing itself is completely digital.
Oh, okay.
It was the first ever tweet.
Oh, yes, I have heard about that.
Yep.
Although I also was listening to something on Radio 5, this is a couple of weeks ago, and there's some conceptual artist in America, who
America.
she's designed a concept house for Mars.
Uh-huh.
Now,
is it like the bubble? You know, we all live in the bubble.
It's just like this big old mansion.
What? Well, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
going to work on Mars.
Well, yeah, exactly. And
Are
I
you
mean,
going to get the glass?
I don't know if you've heard, they've not started building it yet, but she's developed this thing on Mars, right?
No,
and
idiot.
she sold it.
What? To who? Okay, sorry, carry on.
$500,000. Right? And apparently they're having weddings in there and stuff. Like people no, I know they're not. You know they're not. I know they're not.
Yes.
It's all bullshit. But people are sticking on virtual reality goggles and inviting all their friends and family to Mars to have to go and watch them get married. It's bonkers, isn't it?
My God.
People are idiots.
She's laughing all the way to the bank.
The sooner the human race is wiped out, the better.
There is... But the reason I bring it up,
Oh, yeah.
back to the NFT thing.
Are we recording?
I think so. Let me check.
Oh God.
Apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have mentioned the Mars house.
Do you want to get married?
I was going to keep that to myself. Because it's getting booked up.
500 grand.
£500,000.
I mean, she must be. You know, there's a point, there's a tipping point, right, where it's like, it's Jackson Pollock, all he's doing is flinging paint, but it actually looks pretty cool. And if you look into any interviews with him, he seems kind of legit, but he is just flinging paint. So it's kind of a bit dodge.
If I was Jackson Pollock, I'd just be laughing my arse off all day.
Well, that's the thing. But then it gets worse.
I would be front of the queue at B&Q every fucking morning. Every fucking morning.
Good morning, Mr. Pollock.
More
the
paint,
usual.
please. More paint. I'd be Dulux colour matching like you wouldn't believe.
I'm afraid we're out of Mason Green. No!
We've got moss green. Yeah, do you know what? That'll do.
Fuck it. They're not going to notice. But at least there's an element of artistry to it, as opposed to... And I know someone has done this and I don't know their name. And actually, I'm glad I don't know their name. But it's just like a blank white canvas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's called like...
One of those.
The unbearable state of my inner consciousness or something, right?
Crikey, man.
And it's like $2 million, and someone's like, "It's cheap. I'll snap that up." Which
We're going to paint the wall. Don't worry, it'll look fine.
Do you see the artwork? No, exactly. What? Anyway, so this person emailed me. I was like asking to buy my NFTs. Which
Did you sell it? I mean, I know you haven't got one, but that doesn't seem to be a barrier.
You know what? You're right. I should have you as my business manager.
Yeah.
I just ignored it.
Oh. What?
Well, because what happened is, quick Google search reveals
Right.
there was an art exhibition in Israel called like Bliss in the Abyss or something. Or Abyss of Bliss
Okay.
or something. And then I went down a rabbit hole of like, how many other Bliss Abyss things are there out there?
I mean, it does rhyme.
It does rhyme.
So it's, you know,
I am
No-
top of
no-
the list still.
no art is original anymore.
No art's original anymore. I mean, you're not even Carpet Martin anymore.
Well, exactly.
You're a Viscount.
I'm a Viscount.
I am top of the Bliss of the Abyss ranking currently. This art show is not there. Can you guess some of the other things they're called?
The Bliss of the Abyss.
Yeah, or like similar combinations of that.
There's the film The Abyss.
No, it needs to have Bliss and Abyss.
I was going to say, because it is shit. So there's
Don't
there's
know
no
that
bliss
film.
there. The Bliss of the Abyss.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it could be a bit of a drugs reference, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does.
Yes. You're close.
Speeding on the needle,
One
Bliss.
of them.
What?
The drug in Red Dwarf is called Bliss. Nerd alert.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
One of the dark markets that I believe has been shut down was called, I believe, Abyss of Bliss or something like that.
Is that like the Silk Road?
Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah.
Told you it was drugs.
Yeah, exactly. So you were close with that.
Yeah.
But that's like been shut down for quite a while. So
Well, good. Good. I'm glad.
they still exist though, those things.
Well,
People are
that's-
still buying speed online, mate.
Are they?
You can't stop them.
I'd be worried about buying speed online. I mean, I'm not really in the market for speed anyway,
Well-
but I'd be worried about it.
What, as opposed to buying speed from the dodgy local guy on the corner. I mean,
Well, you know where you are with the dodgy local guy on the
no,
corner.
you don't. He's the
Yes,
dodgy local.
you do. I think the internet has ruined
The dodgy guy.
good old-fashioned criminality. The internet has ruined it. These days, they're going on...
Catfishing.
They're catfishing.
Yeah, but people have been catfishing since forever, haven't they? George Eliot was a woman.
What?
Throw your copy of Middlemarch in the dustbin.
Good grief.
It's,
Good
you know,
grief.
tale as old as time.
Well,
But my biggest contender in the Bliss/Abyss namesake market are a Swedish doom metal band.
what's doom metal? I don't know what doom metal is. It doesn't sound fun.
Well, you're yeah.
It sounds quite intense.
Yeah, it's that.
I don't think I'd like it.
I don't think so either, judging what I know in your musical tastes.
Yes.
It's metal.
I'm very middle of the road.
It's not middle of the road.
Oh, dear.
This is not on the road.
Uh-huh.
This is the people who are a few fields over cutting themselves and yelling about it. That's doom metal. Except they're not all cutting themselves, obviously. In case I have any doom metal fans out there, I don't want to alienate them.
Don't just enjoy your doom metal. Don't hit yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's very much sort of like, you know, the world is on fire and,
I don't like that.
let's have a very low, grungy chord for 10 minutes and go... that kind of thing.
Oh, maybe I do like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Abyss, but there's some bliss there.
I'll give it a whirl. I won't give it a whirl.
Do not give it a whirl.
I'm not going to give it a whirl.
Absolutely not. But I think we should get into the NFT market.
What are we going to sell?
It seems like you can sell bullshit, can't you? I mean,
Yeah.
you know?
We could sell this. Could we sell this? Could we sell this episode?
I mean, I've been trying... What we need...
You're giving it away for free and no one's taking it. I mean,
That's the fucking problem, isn't it? I should be slapping a price tag on it. Make something 19 grand.
hey, listen, that's it. That's the old classic model for comedy nights. Never put on a free comedy night. People don't take it seriously. Even if they've got to only pay a couple of quid.
Yeah.
You know, they're invested.
Right. And then at least if you look out and no one's there, you're like, well, to be fair, it was a couple of quid. Whereas you look out and no one's there, it's free. You're like,
Yeah.
that hurts.
It's gutting, isn't it?
I've been there.
Yeah. What's the lowest number of people you've played to? Because I bet I can beat it.
Is it one? Have I done an audience of one?
Unless you've done an audience to half a person, then you can't beat me.
Well, I'm trying to think, do bar staff count?
If they're being paid to be there. Oh God, that is worse. That's worse.
That's kind of negative. So I've been there.
God.
What's your story? Tell me.
It's one person.
What was the gig?
Where was it? It was in North London somewhere. I want to say Muswell Hill, but that's wrong. It's around there. It's somewhere near there. And yeah, one person. And it was a night. I wasn't the only person on the bill.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the MC stroke promoter was like, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll get going, and it'll be fine.
Momentum.
Wasn't fine.
Were they a tough
awful.
crowd as well?
What, the one person?
The one person, yeah.
Well, I think the problem is they themselves felt slightly self-conscious.
I'd imagine so.
There was a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah. Every single gag, they're being looked to. How was that? Mm-hmm. Does that pass your filter?
And, I mean, you don't want to explain a gag, do you? You don't want to,
Never works.
With an audience, you hope that, a few people will get it and perhaps the energy will ripple across the room.
Yeah, exactly.
If one person doesn't get it, they don't get it.
They can't turn to whoever...
No, let me explain why that was funny.
Yeah, go on. So who were they? Profile this audience member for me, can you?
It was a lady.
Mm-hmm.
She was in... I don't know. That was 10 years ago. She was probably in her late 20s.
What's she
probably
doing
late
there?
20s. She just lapping up my shit.
Were you the most successful? Did someone...
Nobody was successful.
No, I mean, yeah. Well,
Nobody
I guess
was successful.
It's a sliding scale from absolute abomination to barely scraping by.
It was a tough night. It was a tough night. I decided there and then that I wouldn't be in that situation again. And regardless of the horrific damage it would do to my reputation if I let one person down, I decided
never be able to live with yourself.
Next time that happens, thankfully it hasn't. But next time that happened, then I would bow out.
The closest I've been to that, 2 occasions. One is I was in a show where there were quite a few of us. There were like 7 of us, I think, including like a full band at the Fringe.
Okay.
And one performance we only had 3 people in. So it's really bad when there's more people on stage than in the audience.
Yeah.
That's just terrible. You're like, what are we doing here? You come and join us. And it was a bad show anyway. Not going to name it. Not going to throw it under the bus, but it was a piece of shit.
Was it comedy or was it acting performance? You said there was a band, so...
Yeah, no, it was... Go on, come in.
Oh, here's the cat. Hey, Stevie. No, she's off. Couldn't give a shit.
One of your biggest fans as well. No, it was a play with music.
Right.
If you can call it that.
I mean, I'd call that a musical, but
it
Call me
wasn't.
old-fashioned.
No, it wasn't like all singing and dancing. I can't do that shit.
oh, okay.
Here we are to save the day.
Can you not? Are you not a singer? You can sing. You can hold a tune.
Of course I can sing. What do you want me to sing?
Well, I'd like you to sing some doom metal, please. You can give it. You and me, kid. We're going to Hollywood.
Let's sell some NFTs.
So I don't really understand this NFT shit. It just seems like you're buying a concept rather than anything
That is
else.
what you're buying.
Although I saw something. Do you remember the meme that came out last year? And it was the 4 lads in jeans.
No, tell me the meme.
You don't remember that?
Don't remember the meme.
So it's these 4 guys who are all pretty... I don't know where they're from, but I'm going to say Essex.
Sure.
And all wearing very tight jeans, no socks and shoes.
Mm-hmm.
However, that is how I'm currently dressed.
Yep.
But
Well, they're not too tight.
very tight shirts,
Polo or Ralph Lauren kind
like
of
Ralph
Ben
Lauren
Sherman,
style. Yeah.
slicked hair.
Slicked hair, full sleeve tattoos, bulging muscles.
Right.
You know, they all work out.
Yeah.
And it's just these 4 guys outside a pub, but looking like 4 Essex lads.
Yeah.
And this picture was taken, I think, in 2019.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, it surfaced on the internet last year, and everybody started memeing it and taking the piss out of it. These 4 guys are selling that picture as an NFT. And they're doing it at auction.
Yeah.
And their price that they want is 500,000. Now, in fairness to them, a large percentage of that, I believe, is going to charity.
Oh, fuck off.
No, that's fair enough. Some of it is going to them,
Yes.
which, given that they've been widely ridiculed.
Yeah, right.
For
Okay,
12
it's a way of clawing something back from it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
you can buy a lot of tight jeans. You can get the other sleeve done, maybe. They're selling this thing, and it was on auction. Now, I don't know what they're currently up to, but when I last saw,
yeah.
it was going for just over a £5.
Just over a £5. That
Yeah.
means there'd been multiple bids.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'll put £4 2p on it."
Do you know
I
what?
was like, "Got you."
I'd stretch to... I'd play the eBay game and swoop in late, but
You've got to.
I would stretch to 25 quid to own that picture. But then you own the picture, and it has been widely memed, and if you own it, don't you?
No, but this is the thing I don't get about the fucking like owning the tweet thing. It's like, so what if you own that tweet?
Not what you can do with it, is there?
What are you going to do with it?
Retweet it.
Yes, exactly.
Retweet it and not let anybody else retweet it.
Well, and
Send that out to your 50 followers.
For what though? To what end? If it's not monetary, let's assume it's not monetary because Twitter doesn't make money.
No.
So it's not monetary. So what? Bragging rights? I own the first tweet. Who gives a fuck?
Although I found out the other day, apparently Twitter is making money now.
No way. I mean, they might be making money. They're not making a profit.
No, they're making a profit.
Bullshit.
No, apparently.
Last I heard, what was it?
The
Netflix,
the wankers at the
Deliveroo,
top at Twitter
Uber,
apparently
none
making
of them
money.
make a profit.
No, apparently they're making cash.
Okay. Well, I need to check.
Knob ends who work for Twitter, they're making bank.
You're making a lot of claims already.
No, you know everybody who works for Twitter's a knobhead.
Well, okay, no, that's true. I'm not going to challenge you on that. But the 4 lads in jeans selling for a £5, Twitter making a profit.
You look it up. 4 lads in jeans. I can't remember if that's exactly what it's called. It's something like that. You'll find it.
I'll find it with that.
You might even recognise the picture once you see it.
Twitter has its first profitable year, 2019.
Ah, thank you.
All right, I take it all back.
I mean, I don't thank you. I had nothing to do with it. I've never given them any cash.
4 lads in jeans. Here we go. 4 British lads who became meme sensations have announced they are selling their original viral image in an NFT auction with a reserve price set at £1 million.
$1 million? I thought it was $500,000.
Going for a mil.
I mean, that's ambitious.
And there they are. They do exactly look how you described them. One is wearing a polo, as I said.
How many tattoos are on show? A lot.
I mean, fully sleeved, the whole lot of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they love it. I'd like to see what's underneath those shirts.
I mean, it doesn't say what it's currently at. It's taking place from Thursday, 6th of May to 13th of May.
Bid. Hang on, no. Oh,
Wait.
shit, it's the 14th of May.
It's
We've missed
sold
it.
on leading NFT marketplace Rarible.
Here we go.
Should we try and find it?
Yeah. See what it's gone for. See if we can contact the purchaser and make a counter offer.
It's not too late. Here we go.
It's still out there. What did it go
Highest bid by the Doylemeister
for? I mean, what a ledge.
for $1,670.98.
Now, my maths isn't great, but I reckon that's a way off a mil.
Yeah. According to this, they're a lot under what they want. 15% of the sales will go to the creator.
Yeah, so there you go. If they're giving 85% away to charity, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Well, but why would you even pay $1,000 for that? I wouldn't even pay a $5 for it. If I can just Google it, like I did, and it's on my phone, why do I need to own that?
Why do you need to own anything, though? You can say that about a Rothko, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, why own it? You can Google it.
A Rothko appreciates in value, right?
But only because somebody's prepared to buy it.
Sure.
But you can still get it on your phone. You can buy a print.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking picture.
It is the same fucking picture. But that print is not going to appreciate in value.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just a market, isn't it? It's worth whatever anybody's prepared to pay for it. So if somebody's prepared to pay £2,000 for Four Lads in Jeans, then suddenly the person who's bought it isn't so stupid.
Well, okay, I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm just saying, in fact...
Well, I am saying they're stupid.
Well, okay. Just because there's a market for something... This comes back to our bubble chat that we were having pre-podcast, right? Just because there's a market for something doesn't mean it's not a bubble. Now, the NFT thing strikes me as a bubble. If you are selling a picture like that for $1,500, in 10 years' time, how is that going to be worth anything more?
No, I agree. The truth of the matter is that with a lot of things in life, if anybody is profiting, somebody somewhere's losing.
Right.
Like that's
That was Did you see the Social Dilemma documentary?
Remind me, possibly.
The one about how evil the social networks are.
Oh, yes.
The whole thing was like...
Yeah, if you're not paying for it, you're working for it.
Exactly. You are the product.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not free. You're for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, I've never given Twitter any money.
Right.
But I use Twitter. And therefore, I am working for Twitter.
Yeah.
I've got a very good friend who works for Uber. Now, Uber, you think is a taxi company. It's not. It's a data mining company.
Yeah.
They're mining people's data. They're mining who's going where. That's
and
where the value is.
Also not making a profit.
No, but they could do. But the taxi thing is smoke and mirrors. I mean, it might not be. That's not a fair thing to say. You know, you can get over to whatever it is, Ruskin House in Denmark Hill in 5 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah.
And in fairness to Uber, you know, it's they provide a service,
right?
And I won't get into the whole black cab thing and whether it's demolishing all of that.
I'm sure it is.
Do you know what I would say about Uber?
What?
This is the one thing that I miss
about
London.
the black cab experience.
No.
Okay, go on.
You know when you're coming out of a nightclub at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, indeed.
I miss moody minicabs.
Right.
You know when you were coming out of a...
And there would be...
Minicab, and you get somebody's Sierra,
yes,
and they take you home for 20 quid.
Yeah.
That's what I miss that experience. Now, I know that is a very dangerous thing, and people shouldn't get into unlicensed cabs. Have I? Yes. Have I used them a lot? Yes. Should I have done? No. Are there lots of things I shouldn't have done? Yes. So don't at me. I don't care. However, I miss the experience. I miss the experience of those moody minicabs because I'll tell you now, right now.
Tell me.
No Uber driver has ever offered me drugs.
Yeah.
No Uber driver, absolutely out of nowhere, has offered to drive me to a brothel. That's the experience you used to get. And I liked turning those opportunities down.
Because at least they were there.
At least I had a choice.
Yes. Instead of just it's all through an app, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's safe. Very sterile, the cab market these days.
One time, my brother, I'm not going to specify who, was taking...
but one of two people, right?
Taking an unlicensed minicab home, which I guess they don't exist anymore. Anyway, he was taking an unlicensed minicab home.
I reckon the arse has fallen out of that market.
I think so, right?
It must have done, yeah.
The demand is still there, but it's being serviced by Uber.
Snaffled it up, yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Uber, ironically, costs about the same as a moody cab used to cost.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Except the money used to go to the cab driver and now it's going to...
Well, did it? Or did it go to terrible overlords.
Well, there's
Who
always
knows?
terrible overlords. I suppose,
knows?
is it better if the terrible overlords are corporate, faceless demons or local pimps?
I think it's better if they're corporate faceless demons.
Hard to know. But anyway, back to the
My
story.
moral compass is going haywire.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Faceless pimp, local. Anyway, so he's getting the cab ride home, and agreed upon the fee ahead of time, and it's getting close to the destination. He gets out his wallet. He's like, "Fuck, don't have any money. Can we stop by an ATM?" And the driver goes, "I'm not going to do the accent."
Yeah, let's not get cancelled.
He's like, "Oh, don't worry about that. I can suck you off."
What?
And my brother's like, "What? Sorry, no, I mean, I'll just go to..." And he's like, no. I'll suck you off. My brother's like, "I'd really rather pay." And he's like, "Please let me suck you off."
Wow.
And he was like, "I think I'd actually prefer just to get out right now, right here, if that's okay." And the guy's like, "Offer still stands."
Oh my word.
Which,
I mean,
all of the benefits of that are now gone. Up the Swanee, down the Swanee, sideways to the Swanee. I don't know.
there's a Swanee somewhere.
And that's where it's gone.
Jeez
Yep.
Louise.
I have a similar story, which is a bit less grim, because that is a grim one.
I mean, it's not great.
It's not great.
I mean, nobody got hurt.
No.
And you
Well,
know,
his feelings, the driver. But I was taking a cab home once, and it was a black cab, and so you can see the meter going. Right. And I didn't have my card. I just had some cash in my pocket, and I could see it ticking up, and I was like, "I do not have the money to pay for this." And I was like, "Mate, I'm about to run out of money, but it's only a 10-minute drive, and I've probably got some money at home. Can you do me a solid?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Please." It's like 3 a.m. I'm like, "Please."
your own honesty thwarted you.
Yeah, exactly. I should have just been like, got there and been like, "Oh, look, I don't have the money." But I didn't. And he was like, "No, sorry." So when
Would he not take you to an ATM?
He wouldn't. No, but I didn't have my cards. I just had cash.
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, fine." So it got to it, and I was like, "Right, well, there we go. You're gonna have to let me out here." And he was like, "Yep." He was like, he was principled about it. It's part of the thing that really pissed me off. He was like, "Yes, that's correct. Good. Out of my cab, money, please." So I'm thrown out at High Street, 3 a.m.
Did he not even offer to suck you off?
You'd think that would be the backup policy.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
Yeah.
These moody cabs, sometimes there are fringe benefits.
But he was a black cab. He was a licensed cabbie. So he had the
Well-
code. He had the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so he chucks me off, and I'm.
You don't need to spend 4 years learning how to...
Yeah, is that how long it takes? It's like
it's a long old game.
it's like taking a degree.
Yeah.
So for my American and foreign listeners who don't know, the knowledge is something that black cab drivers, licensed taxis, have to take, which is like a course where they basically learn the complete layout of the London streets.
Yeah,
right?
you need to know every street in London, and there's like 25,000 of them.
Yeah.
But you don't just need to know the streets. You need to be able... The way that it works is that you... So the test, the exam that you have to take, and it is a written exam. They say, okay, you're here. You're in this particular... You're on where Oxford Street meets, I don't know,
Mile End.
Regent Street, let's say. Well, that's Oxford Circus, isn't it? But
Yes,
okay, you're in
but fine.
Oxford Circus. You're in Oxford Circus.
Yeah.
You need to get to Tooting Broadway, and there are roadworks on Wandsworth Bridge. How do you get there?
Yeah.
And it's mad.
Yeah. And you have to pass it.
Yeah, you have to pass it.
That's right. And, there's like, it's constantly changing because it's like, low traffic neighborhoods or something, or they'll implement a one-way system. So it's like a real thing that you have to pass.
Yeah, and you have to have...
To be fully legit.
And it's a constant thing. You're constantly renewing your knowledge because... streets close, and one-way systems pop up, and things like that, and
traffic
so you have
lights.
to be constantly remembering exactly where you're
And
going.
then someone invented GPS, and
I get slightly annoyed when you get in a black cab and they've got a GPS.
I know you
And
think
I've seen it.
Sorry, mate.
I'm seeing it increasingly often, and All right, there's no such thing as bad science.
What do you mean? What about homeopathy?
Well, that's not science, is it?
It's bad science. Well, oh no, it's pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Wait, of course there's such a thing as eugenics.
Yeah, that's not great, is it?
I mean, I'd go so far to say it's bad. Anyway, this is probably a sidebar to what you were going to say.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bad science. Asterisk. Carry on.
However, if you're getting in a black cab, I want you to know the way. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
And I don't think if I'm paying 60 quid to go 10 miles, I don't think that's a bad request.
I know. It's like when you go to the doctors and they always tell you, they're like, oh, don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Yeah.
And you go there and you're sitting there and you tell their symptoms. If you ever actually manage to look at their fucking computer, they're on Google. One time I went with Caitlin, they were using Bing. They weren't fucking Binging her symptoms. I'm like, sorry, how is this what the professional is doing in front of me? They were on fucking Ask Jeeves putting in the wrong search term.
The thing is, they were on page 12 of Bing. You're thinking, fuck, this is serious. This is so fucking rare. They're on page 12.
That's how you know.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to crowdsource my treatment. Oh no, this is awful.
Oh my God. So anyway, he chucks me out the street, 3 a.m. I don't have any money. Suddenly, I'm like a half-hour walk from home at this point, right? Suddenly I need a shit.
We've all been there, mate.
Awful.
Yeah. Do you find a garden, drop your shopping off?
What am I going to do? I took the sensible route. There was a 24-hour shop open.
Okay.
I went in, I was like, mate, please. One man to another. I'll give you my driving license. I didn't have it. But I said it. Please, can I use your toilet? He went, no.
Oh.
I went, okay, fine. Can I buy some toilet paper?
You should have said, okay, where's the freezer aisle?
Backup plan.
I'll call your bluff.
Is there a part of the shop that you can't see at all times? Because I'd like to buy whatever's there for a while. I said, have you got any toilet paper? He went, yeah, of course, yeah, there it is. And I was like, I don't have any money. Can I just have like a bit of paper?
Oh my God.
And he said no. I went, what about a tissue?
He
said no. And at this point, obviously, the subtext was, get the fuck out of my shop, sir.
Anyway, end of the story. You lost your socks. I get it.
Exactly. I mean, we all know how there's a park across the road. You can see where it's going.
Oh no.
It was a bad one.
Really? You went al fresco, did you?
Yeah, and I was wearing a white Spurs shirt in an area of Arsenal. At 3 a.m. in a public park. I was really taking a wild risk. It has to be said.
But probably the most exciting shit of your life with that frisson of danger.
You know, they do say it's fight or flight, right? It's like you shit yourself if there's danger.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a bit of adrenaline.
Make yourself lighter, quicker
That's
running.
right. Which it's not a great defence mechanism, is it?
Well.
Danger, better shit my pants.
And this is where the eugenics comes in. Now, designer arses. Let's talk about that.
Aren't we the only animal with buttocks?
Sorry, what?
That's right. Good science.
No, what about baboons?
What about baboons, you filthy pervert?
Don't baboons... hang on.
I don't know. I've not been staring, sir.
I'll talk about filthy perverts. I've got a fucking bone to pick with you.
Oh. This is not good.
Right.
Okay. What?
So,
Yes.
a few weeks ago, you're on my radio show.
Yes. Uh-oh.
And we very often, on air, give recommendations of things that we might have, especially over the pandemic, things that people might be able to binge on Netflix or Amazon or stuff like that.
That's right.
You know, decent TV shows, music, things like that. We give recommendations out.
Yes, we're providing service for the public.
And you told me about this film on Netflix called My Octopus Teacher.
Yes.
This documentary. Now,
Oscar nominated, I believe.
Oscar winning.
There we go.
BAFTA winning documentary.
Okay, so I can't have been
So it's
too
done
far
the
off.
double. Just needs Cannes to go, and you know,
Off
done
to
the treble.
races.
So I start watching this documentary.
Yeah. The guy is annoying.
Well, this is the thing. I'm watching this documentary, and I had to turn it off after 5 minutes.
Because of the guy?
I couldn't stand the guy's voice.
I know the guy's annoying.
So 2 things about this guy.
He's the Aussie, isn't he? Or is he
He's South African.
South African, yeah.
So now I will do the accent, right?
Why
so
not?
Firstly, he looks like Nasty Nick off Big Brother. I couldn't get that out of my head.
Yeah.
I couldn't overlook that.
Yeah.
Second thing, his voice
Oh my God.
is so monotone, and he talks like this all the way through. And he goes on this journey with an octopus.
Yes.
And he sets out his stall very early.
Yes.
And he says, I found the octopus, and every day for a year, I decided that I would chart her life.
Yes.
So every day I would swim out to the lagoon, and I would see the octopus.
No equipment, no breathing apparatus.
No equipment, no breathing apparatus. I don't wear a wetsuit because I like to feel natural when I'm down there in the lagoon. That's fine, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Good for you.
Again, you're not hurting anybody else. Fill your boots. And then he starts talking about, he meets this octopus, and the octopus is slightly timid at first. Mm-hmm. And then there's this kind of breakthrough moment where, and I just gently put my hand out, and she lifted her tentacle, and her tentacle wrapped around my hand, and we had that bond, and we had that understanding, and it was nature coming together. And these 2 creatures that should not meet, they don't have any place together. We had that natural connection of one living thing.
Felt her imprint on me.
To another. Absolutely. And he goes back every day, every day. And spoiler alert, I'm going to, he kind of
You
sets
did
this out
get more
early.
than 5 minutes in then.
Well, I went back to it. No, I went back to it, in fairness.
Good.
Because our mutual friend Frank was also extolling the virtues of this thing. And I'm going to say it's beautifully shot.
Isn't it?
It is absolutely beautifully shot. And it's quite a story. You know,
And it
it's
is
an
quite a
emotion.
story.
It's an emotional journey that it goes through.
I'm not going to defend the host, but everything else is
I'm going to give a spoiler alert. The octopus dies at the end.
Yeah.
Which we kind of know already, because we know that this takes place over a year, and he already says at the beginning that an octopus's lifespan is about a year. So we kind of know where it's going in the beginning. So I'm just saying.
Every story ends that way anyway.
So I'm watching this thing. It's beautifully shot. Yes, he's monotone. Yes, he looks like Nasty Nick off Big Brother. But he's recorded this. He's gone out there, and and I'm watching this, and I'm slightly moved. And you know, it is an emotional journey that you go on. It is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But all the way through, from that first moment where he reaches out his hand and the tentacle comes out, and you see the tentacle gingerly come out and caress his hand and goes round, all I can think is, he's tried to fuck that octopus.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
He's tried to fuck that octopus. I'm telling you now. I'm fucking telling you now he's tried to fuck that octopus. I don't know at what stage. I don't know how far. I don't know how many dates he was in. It should be called My Octopus Girlfriend.
my octopus friends with benefits.
I guarantee.
But
he clearly lives on his own in the middle of a fucking lagoon. There's nobody
That's
around.
clear, yeah.
He also I don't like to wear the wetsuit. I like it to feel natural. Oh yeah, we've all heard that, mate.
And at the beginning, he kind of hints that like his life is in a weird place, and that he doesn't necessarily have a relationship or a normal. He's like, for reasons I'm not going into, I had to move to this isolated place.
Yeah, because you're on a register, mate, for fucking octopi. I'm not saying he's fucked it, right? I'm not saying he's fucked it.
Well, no, because the octopus
But what I'm
has standards.
saying is, he definitely tried to.
My octopus sex ed teacher.
Yeah, right in the gills.
Do they have gills?
Well, they've got some.
They got flaps.
They're staying down there for somehow. I don't know how.
That's filthy. How dare you? It's a beautiful, heart-rending story. Are you saying on the cutting room floor? On the B-roll?
No,
the
I'm saying,
DVD
I'm
extras?
saying on the sea bed. That's where he was doing it.
Well, at least in her environment, he's not taking them back
Definitely tried to fuck that octopus.
Oh, what about when she goes missing for a while?
Yeah, why do you think?
And then I
Probably
hunted
in a
her
fucking
down.
refuge.
Wow, I'd never thought about it.
Yeah.
But you know, if the shoe fits,
It's horrible, but
so it didn't lift your mood then. This beautiful story of this octopus.
well, I mean, like I
teaching
said, it was
him-
very nicely shot, but
Yeah.
it's My Octopus Girlfriend. That's what it should be called.
my octopus friend zone. I hated him so much, and I put off watching that film for so long.
It's a good film.
But it is a really good film.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. But all the way through, I guarantee, dear listener, all the way through, you're going to be looking out for the signs. And they're there. They're there.
Did you watch any of the films that won the awards this year? I don't think I've seen... I think I've seen My Octopus Teacher.
I don't think I've seen anything that's won. I didn't see Nomadland. Oh,
no,
crikey.
neither did I.
I'm dropping my
But
tea.
I'm not
There we
going to.
are. But that's because I refuse to subscribe to Disney Plus because I'm an adult. Don't at me.
Do that.
What have I seen? I saw Promising Young Woman, which was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
It was nominated for 5 Oscars.
It was nominated for a bunch, yeah.
And it won Best Original Screenplay.
There we go, not bad.
For Emerald Fennell.
How was it?
Very good.
Promising?
Very promising.
Young?
More than promising, I would say accomplished.
Oh.
It was, very good.
Okay, what's the vibe? It didn't look up my street.
Oh, I think it would be. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
So the vibe is, it is this woman who it's a bit like. Have you seen To Catch a Predator?
What?
You've ever seen that show?
Oh,
Like
it's the
Sting
TV
Operation.
show. Where
Yeah. So it's a little bit like that, but it's about this woman who goes out deliberately pretending to be drunk and on her own, and men try and pick her up.
You're right. This is up my street, and then she gets some kind of revenge. Don't spoil anything.
I'll say nothing more.
Yeah, I can see sort of where that might go. Okay, that sounds good.
And it has one of the most shockingly incredible scenes.
I'm going to tab it.
And
the title's a bit catfishy for me. Like it sounded a bit like Bridgerton or something.
No, it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
Okay, that's actually a really good concept.
And it's got a wonderful cameo by Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Okay, yeah.
You know, McLovin from Superbad.
Yeah.
So he's in it as a cameo, and he's a man now. It's really weird, and it's good. Okay. I really enjoyed it. Actually, is enjoy the right word?
Yeah,
I did enjoy it,
but it's dark and it's twisted.
It's dark, and you'll know the scene when it comes, and you think the scene is going to finish, and it does not finish. It just carries on and on and on, and it's and at the end of it, you're like, what? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay, ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna think he's fucking that octopus the whole way through or anything like that.
No, there's no octopuses in it.
What?
Lots of fish sticks. Fish sticks everywhere. Just fish getting their dick out.
Stop trying to get this show cancelled.
I think, if I'm honest, detracts from the story. But that's what the director wanted. You can never. She's on. She's quoted as saying, "You can never have too many fish sticks in a film."
Quoted by you now, making it up. That sounds like bad science to me. Oh, very good. What should we do? How long have we been going? Let's have a little.
I don't know.
It feels like about an hour. 43 minutes. Let's do a little bit more and then we'll wrap up. Should we tease our project a little bit?
Yeah, can do if you want.
We shouldn't obviously mention too much because we don't want to give away too much. But
No.
We're writing a sitcom. Let's drum up a little bit of interest, right?
Shall we?
Because we're going to try and sell it, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'm terrible at self-promotion.
Me too.
I don't know if you've noticed from this conversation.
Yeah, me too. Let's hire some professionals to do it instead.
Get a
and by
PR
hire,
agency.
I mean ask favours off of people.
No money shall change hands. But,
Unless it's coming in our direction.
But Rob will suck you off in the back of the movie cab.
Please. Okay, we don't have to talk about that then. But we are writing a sitcom.
Oh, we are writing a sitcom.
It's very funny.
And
we've got to do it.
Well, yeah, we do need to write some more of it, really.
Yeah. Life got in the way for a little bit, as it does.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That happens.
It does happen. And then you told me all about how corrupt the mortgage market was.
Oh, God, are we moving on to that?
Pretty fascinating. No, we don't have to. But I'm just thinking, like, because, well, that's like the logical string of events that led to the delay to the thing. To the
Yes,
writing.
which we
And
won't
that's
necessarily go into,
Which
but
we won't necessarily go into, obviously.
yes.
But that's why I connected the dots in that way, and now I've led us down this dead
rabbit
end.
hole.
And here we are. So we've got two options. We can talk about the mortgage market. Ding ding ding.
I mean, it's not that fun.
Or we can talk about it, but it is kind of fascinating.
Well, I know the mortgage market from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, when it was fun. Now I'll tell you what the mortgage market is. You can't have one. That's what the market is.
I'll tell you a story. So this is the way the mortgage market used to be. When everybody was making money and it was really buoyant.
Yeah.
They used to have a mortgage expo every year. And it'd either be at Earl's Court or Olympia and these kind of venues.
These huge hangar-like things.
Huge things, yeah.
Yeah.
And all of these, I mean, if you put mortgage advisors in a room together, it's fucking dull. So they tried to sex it up a bit.
Oh, no.
And this one particular, when would it have been? I think it was 2006, maybe 2007, 2008.
The giddy highs before the crash.
Yeah.
Everyone is riding high on bubbles.
Everyone's having fun.
That's so seriously.
And then,
We're all having fun.
it's true. We walked in,
Yep.
and you know sometimes you get a glass of champagne at these events and things
Right,
like
yeah.
that. They gave you a glass and a bottle of champagne.
A bottle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Walking in, so you know how you have entertainment at the thing and things.
Yeah.
Walked in, there was this girl walking around in a bikini,
Okay.
handcuffed to a little person.
Right.
Don't know why. Don't know what that was selling.
Did they have an act or they're just walking around?
Just walking around.
Were they maybe just punters? No,
Not-
it's an expo. You don't have punters.
Yeah, no. And also, I wouldn't have given them a mortgage.
And lastly, just in the eligibility check, are you handcuffed to a little person?
Is that your handcuff? Can we use that as an asset?
So that was the giddiest of giddy highs.
Yeah. And there was a subprime lender there who'd, what were they called? Not Mortgage Express. I can't remember what they were called.
Mortgages for you.
It was something like
Quick
that.
and easy.
And they had hired this huge central island in the expo. And they were all on this island, just like blaring music out. And they were all on there with bottles of champagne, just tipping it over their heads, just going, "This'll never end! This'll never end! We're rich!" And then the credit crunch happened and they all lost their jobs. Which, karma's got a way of playing out, hasn't it?
What do you think's the biggest bubble right now? The housing market's not a bubble, right?
NFTs, I reckon.
NFTs are a fucking bubble.
That's got to be a bubble.
That's a huge bubble.
Someone's got to work it out sooner or later.
Right.
Why don't you try and sell this episode as an NFT? I don't even know how you go about it, but let's give it a whirl. I'll plug it.
We just list it on a marketplace, don't we?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'll be really interested to see how much you get.
The problem is, if you take the risk, you do it, you put it on as an NFT, and you don't get any money, then you're a twat, aren't you? And it's listed on the internet forever that you couldn't sell it.
You've what's the word? Diluted the brand.
Maybe we might not be top of the search results in Bing anymore. You know, we might be filtered down. The top might be NFT. This episode, you click on it, didn't sell. Or even worse, if it sells for 10p or something, and then they take
10p. I'd pay 10p.
But think about the fees. Probably there's a 25% hosting cut.
That's only 2.5 pence. That's all right.
It's not. I can give you 2.5p. But for your appearance. I bought you breakfast. There we go.
You did.
That's your NFT.
Thank you very much. It was very tasty.
And it wasn't N or F or T.
No.
Wait, it was F. Fungible. You don't know what fungible means, do you?
I actually don't know what fungible means. What does fungible mean?
Fuck. Maybe I don't. I'm gonna take. I think I do.
Okay. You need to just take some time out.
I'm gonna say it before I look it up.
Okay.
And you take a guess at what it means.
Do you know the first thing you need to look up about fungible? How to spell fungible.
I know how to spell fungible.
Is it a G or a J?
It's a G.
Sure.
100%.
Okay. 100%.
I guess 99.999%.
Okay.
Nothing's 100%. Like I looked at the weather the other day and it said tomorrow 100% chance of rain. And I thought, fuck you. There is no way it is 100% going to. Nothing is 100%. Anyway.
Did it rain?
It did. Fungible, I'm going to say, means something you can hold. It's like tangible. I'm going to say it's like a synonym
these
for
things
tangible.
by their very nature aren't fungible.
Exactly, non-fungible.
Oh, non-fungible. Of course. Yeah.
What's your guess?
Yeah, no, I'll go with it. I've got nothing better.
That's not how the game works.
Oh, I'm sorry. It means something you can hold.
You dick. Fungible, adjective, law. You should know about this. Oh, weird. Of goods contracted for without... replaceable by another identical item. Mutually interchangeable. So it's not tangible at all, actually. So mutually interchangeable. So non-fungible.
So it's not mutually interchangeable.
Right, so because they're all unique items, aren't they? It's like they're all one of a kind things.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Whereas what are fungible things? Like a chair.
Hang on, have you got that marketplace up?
Yes, I do. Why? What
Let's
do
see
you
what we
look
can
for?
buy.
Should we see what's selling?
Let's see what we can buy. I'll tell you what. I'll stick a tenner in. You stick a tenner in. Let's see what we can get for 20 quid.
I'm not sure you can get much for 20 quid.
You've got to be able to get something.
It's all going for like thousands of...
There's got to be something you can buy for 20 quid.
Okay, let's see what's on... Rareable. The most popular fungible...
No, see, that sounds expensive.
You want to...
I want the dog shit.
I'm sure there'll be some cheap stuff on here. And a lot of it is being sold for like Bitcoin or Ether or something.
I haven't got any of that.
I've got a bit of that.
Have you?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Not a lot. I bought some sort of 5 years ago.
Oh, that sounds like the right time to have bought it.
Yeah.
Has it gone up?
It's gone up.
A lot?
Quite a lot, but I didn't buy enough for it to really make much of a difference. Yeah. And I didn't get in like 20 years ago, which would be... I'd be like a millionaire now if I'd have...
But think about it now. If we... if we buy something for 20 quid now...
Yeah, it's a bubble though.
Yeah, but we just need to sell at the right time.
Well, that's true. We need to... But what...
We could become NFT billionaires. A 20 quid investment in... I don't know.
Well, let's see what's for sale. I don't even understand how this works. Rareable.com, the internet's #1 NFT marketplace. Create and sell digital collectibles secured with blockchain. Art? Should we see what art is available?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've just had a notification from Twitter.
Go on.
Reuters is hosting a space. I don't know what that means. Reuters is hosting a space. Join India's health crisis to tune in.
I don't want to join India's health crisis.
No, I don't want to join India's health crisis. Ridiculous. You see, this is why Twitter isn't making as much money as they could.
That's terrible clickbait.
I don't want to do that.
No. The Rolling Stones mouth, you know the tongue?
Oh, yeah. Hang on, you can buy that as an NFT?
Yeah, except this doesn't look like the actual thing.
Someone's knocked it off.
Well, you tell me if you think it's the real thing. I mean, yeah, it looks like the Rolling Stones mouth, but it's like a weird video, and it's only going for like $600.
Yeah, that doesn't... Just listen what mouth's singing. If you start me up, I'll never stop. So let's start it up. I mean, this is fucking gibberish, isn't it?
But it's selling for $600.
Who are these people? Victor Svechlikny?
There's no way he owns that.
I don't trust him.
So this is definitely a bubble. This seems a bit Wild Westy as well. That doesn't seem legal. You can't just sell something that looks like the Rolling Stones logo. There's no way he owns that.
Hang on, bids. Where are we up to?
My card information might be saved on that phone. Do not place a bid.
I'm definitely going to buy something. This is shit. Right, I don't want that.
What else is available?
What do I want? Oh, I've got a picture of a Bitcoin.
Do you know how much is that going for?
It's French. It's going for... I don't know, I can't tell. I'm just going to place a bid and see.
No.
What?
Oh, I bought it.
Doesn't say. I mean, this isn't great, is it?
It's
Oh, hang on. Somebody's going off. Your phone's going off.
No.
What do I do?
I don't know.
It's these people.
No, I don't
They found you.
I'm not talking to
They
them.
want their NFTs back.
There's a Bitcoin moon landing. The thing is, you can create your own art and then sell it.
Well, yeah, I would assume that was the point.
But no, a lot of it is also like legacy things, like the first tweet or something. Or what was the other one? Gucci made a pair of sneakers that you could, but that you can only wear them online.
What?
And there's something like
What do you mean you can
19
only
grand.
wear them online?
You know, in like VR spaces or whatever.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
This would be, I think, our problem with earning the money here, is that we'd both be criticising the project from the start.
You think you were ripping people off?
It is. It's a scam.
It's not. If somebody wants to buy this episode of Bliss of the Abyss,
Yeah.
then let them
they-
have it.
I am, for free.
Yeah, but no. They've got to pay for it.
I see. What do you think is a fair price?
How much was that McDonald's breakfast?
I'm going to say 13 quid. So
All right.
it's 3 of us, something like that.
Okay. So 16 quid.
For this episode.
Yeah, pays for breakfast. You, me, and Caitlin get a quid each. There we are.
Well, and then the rest goes back into the breakfast fund.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll try it. We'll see.
£16 and you can own this this episode of The Bliss of the Abyss.
As long as it's free to list.
By all means, it
I'll
could be
do
more. You know, if we set up a bidding war, I can't believe that's going to happen. But bids are starting at 16 quid. Let's see if we can do it.
All right.
There's
Well-
got to be a market.
What we'll do is we'll put it on Rareable and we'll see what we get for it. And if we
Okay.
get nothing for it, you owe me a 5. Deal?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And that is
you'll-
a legal contract.
I'll just about pay for my McDonald's breakfast, which you've already bought. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll give you a £5.
Sweet.
List it. Let's see if we can sell it.
I will.
We'll come back in a month and see if it's sold.
We'll see if it's sold. I'll create an account on Rareable.
Yeah.
Top sellers that fucking hell, they're making a lot of money.
Are they? What are they making? Are they making? Are people buying?
People are buying. This person has made well, it's in Ether, so I have to like convert it.
I don't even know what that is. It's like
Ether
Bitcoin, isn't it?
It's like a Bitcoin thing.
Right.
Yeah. It's like it's worth money.
Hey, you could get on to that person who contacted you about buying an NFT.
Yeah.
And say, I've got the Bliss of the Abyss for sale. Get onto them. Go, yeah, I'm selling.
And it's way cheaper
Don't
than
tell them about
£5,000.
Don't tell them about the 16 quid.
Right, okay. Well, in the episode, they are going to hear this. Wait, maybe that's part of the thrill for them. Maybe they're like, you know, people who like get a thrill by being abused or whatever.
I don't know any of those people.
They like pay people to step on them in heels and stuff.
Like that fellow driving the cab.
I don't know if that was his thing,
I'm
but
not going
I
to kink
guess
shame anybody, but yeah, okay.
yeah. Maybe there's people like that with money with
Except
the
that
NFTs.
fellow with the octopus, he deserves what he gets.
Now that's libel or slander or both. Just to be clear, there is no proof.
I think.
You allegedly allege.
No. I think he tried to fuck that octopus.
Stop it.
You can't see me for that. That's what I think.
Thought crime.
And I'll tell you now, dear listener, when you watch that, you'll be thinking it too.
Any final thoughts? Seeing as I think we should wrap up. Any final thoughts? You pervert.
I'm not a pervert.
Yes,
it's
you
not
are.
Me fucking octopuses.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
In your head.
No, in my head, other people are doing it.
You know they have a beak.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh, that is quite sexy. Maybe my head's been turned.
This has been the most filthy episode of this.
It's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You made me watch the bloody film.
Yes.
You're the one who was talking about taxi drivers sucking people off
Yeah, that's true.
and shitting in parks.
No, I never actually said that, did I?
I think you did.
I probably did. So we're both guilty.
Well, I'd put most of the onus on you.
And I put most of it on you.
Should we just call it quits?
Let's do it. Should we write an episode of a sitcom?
Yeah, probably should get around to some actual work, shouldn't we?
Thanks for listening to the show. If you've enjoyed it, please give us 5 stars and consider becoming a subscriber and maybe even supporting us on Patreon. Really, really, really helps me continue making this show. If you haven't enjoyed it, then you can fuck off. Many, many thanks to Nils Hennis Steer for the amazing music and to Dave Fox for the cool artwork. Please keep coming back every week for more Bliss of the Abyss.
Message 1.